Ball touch behind for a Tunisian throw. Shahin El Jebali is the Tunisian number 26. Tunisian team have got just 1 point so far and not yet scored a goal here in Egypt. Mahmoud Gorbel. Tunisia, their familiar red. Pass from Malik Mehri was just a bit too firm from Mohamed Dawi. Chizi Mbewe watching from the edge of his technical area. Slack ball. Very animated in the Tunisian technical area too. Lovely touch by Dawi. Dawi continuing his run. Cut back towards the edge of the penalty box and left here for the chance for the shot from Nasraoui. Ryan Nasraoui with the attempt over the bar. Well, it's a good move from the Tunisian team. Nasraoui on the books at Nîmes in the French second tier, one of 3 starters for Tunisia this evening who belong to French clubs. Back to Jeban Tembo. This is Onesimus Chipango, brought into the Zambian team this evening. Away by Keshish. Chipango's ball forward. Kumwenda back to Chipango again. The challenge from Ali Saudi. The pressure from Kingston Mutando. It's going to be a Zambian throw. Long throw into the penalty box, headed away. Wahabi. It's the shot from long range from Peter Chikola. Just had Ryan Gaze scrambling a bit. It took a deflection on its way. There's the Tunisian bench at the Cairo International Stadium this evening. Have the iPad out. No doubt be keeping an eye on exactly what's happening in the other game. At the same time, that shot did take a touch off Keshish. Zambia have the first corner kick of the game. Turned by Chulu. Kumwenda again. He could have gone for goal himself there. Instead, he tried to unselfishly play it across the penalty box for a teammate. Julius Kumwenda has been linked with a move to Europe already. A lot of these players, of course, are already being closely monitored by clubs, not just around the African continent, but in Europe as well, in particular. Second corner already then for Zambia. High ball towards the back post, and it's headed down and out by Kingston Mutamba. A key role for the young Copper Bullets as they won the Kosafa Under-20 competition. Very strong in regional football, of course. That tournament was in Eswatini last year. They beat Mozambique in the final. Mutamba among the scorers. Header on by Gaitwabi. Mahmoud Gorbel settles for the throw. Malik Mehri. Picked up now by Dominic Kanda. Remember the hashtag to follow all the action in Egypt. Hashtag Total Energies AFCON U20. Across all CAF's social network channels. Keep an eye on everything happening as we come to the end of the group stage. At the end of the week, it'll be the quarterfinals. Final not until the following weekend. Derbali, all out to the left-hand side here for El Jebali. Collected by Gorbel. Mekri leaves Kumwenda on the floor. It's come off Kumwenda, and it's going to run behind for a Tunisian corner. Pretty much from nothing. Desperate need for Carthage Eagles to put in a better performance in front of goal this evening. Yet to score here in Egypt, and if they can't find the net, well, it's likely to be the end of them in this competition. Corner comes in, but it's beyond everybody. Kumwenda plays it forward just a bit too much on that ball. Trying to pick out Kosha. Free kick given. Matthews Banta was put into the Zambian team this evening. Brutale did put in a really energetic performance right back against Gambia. Zambia slumping to a disappointing defeat in that game because they battled back from behind to draw 1-1 with Benin in their opening game. They were looking to build on that, but Gambia, despite being a small country of just 2.5 million people, showing themselves to be getting stronger all the time. The senior Gambian national team made it to the quarterfinals, of course, at last year's AFCON in Cameroon. An under-20 side looking to build on a good showing at the last under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Mauritania in 2021. Ball will not be kept in play by Mohamed Dawi. Joined Al Ahly, the Egyptian Giants, just recently. The 12 Sportif du Sahel, a number of these Tunisian players belong to the big Tunisian clubs, some of the strongest on the whole continent, of course. Chipango, ball downfield. Oh, and might just be an opportunity here. Boulaya picking out Mukosha, wasn't the best pass. Mukosha will try to keep it alive, goes for goal himself, it's turned away by Gazé and eventually cleared to safety. This is Gifted Pandey. That ball will be collected by Ryan Gazé. It does belong still to 12 Sportif du Sahel. There's Chizi Mbewe, the Zambian coach. His opposite number is a former Tunisian international, Adel Selimi. Played for some big clubs, including Club Africain at home, but also clubs in Europe. Lovely control by Derbali. Gorbel plays the 1-2 with Dawi, and Dawi gets it back again. Malik Mekri. Lovely play from Mekri, trying to weave his way between two Zambian players and winning his team the free kick. There will be a lot of soul searching done in Tunisia if they fail to make it through the group stage. Only 4 teams eliminated, remember, in the group stage. Zambia won this competition as recently as 2017, let's not forget. Really exciting team featuring the likes of Patson Daka and Enoch Mwepu. Went on to play the Premier League, in Mwepu's case recently sadly having to retire. Free kick flighted in. Dawi's ball collected by Djiban Tembo. It's in the spotlight this evening because 2 goals that Zambia conceded Friday's defeat against Gambia, at least partially down to, you might say, mistake. I had a bit of a misjudgment on the first goal. He came out trying to meet the ball on the edge of the box. The Gambian player just got a touch to it before him and left him completely stranded. Was touched into the net by a Gambian player, and then of course he was a bit late coming out to meet the Gambian attacker in the penalty box and gave away a spot kick which was converted for Gambia's second goal. The risk is that Zambia will be eliminated in the group stage. Zemon Chulu against Mutandwa. But Emmanuel Chibali Bukosha, who stayed down here, and is not behind, out of play to allow for treatment for Bukosha. Just a knock challenge with Mohamed Wilder Bali. Well, that was the chance just before, and that bit of goalkeeping from Rayed Gazé. We've seen some lovely moments of skill from the Tunisian players in the early stages, but not too much to trouble Djiban Tembo in the Zambian goal. They're on by Dawi. Doorbell gives chase, loses out. The ball into the middle from Peter Chikola, collected by Gazé. There's a chance then for El Jebali on the far side. Gifted Pandey coming out to meet him. El Jebali trying to play it inside to Jibril Otman, and it will be a Tunisian corner. Five red shirts in the penalty box. It's going to be Mohamed Dawi to take the corner kick. Out swinging ball and return to the shot from range, which sails over the crossbar. Djiban Tembo just happy to watch that on its way. Shaim El Jebali belongs to Olympique Lyonnais, one of France's leading clubs. And we will have to keep on top of what's happening in the other game this evening, of course, given it has a direct influence on the situation for these two teams. Chulu knows the option of playing it to Bukosha outside him. Chulu is currently out of position here. Dominic Kanda comes across and does really well up against Dawi. Kanda playing it forward. This is Mutandwa. Jebali. Wabi. Forward by Ali Saudi. And then Zerbali. Othman making the run ahead of him. This is Shaim El Jebali for Tunisia. Alec Mekri. Gait Wabi again. Tunisia certainly seen plenty of the ball, but can they break down the Zambian defence? Wabi wins the header. Dawi, picked up by Chulu. It's Chipango. Pandey. Kanda just in front of him. There's a bit of space on the right-hand side here. Header won by Ali Saudi. Excellent running from Matthews Banda. Banda gets the break of the ball, just sends it across the face of the Tunisian goal. No Zambian players in there. It's collected now by Mukosha. Back to Imon Chulu. Loses his footing there. This pitch was used last night for the final game in Group B between the Central African Republic and Congo. It finished in a 0-0 draw. Central African Republic had already been eliminated. Congo are through. That is the situation at the moment in Group C. Gambia had already topped the group before today. If it stays this way, and it stays the same in the other match in the group between Gambia and Benin, that's currently 0-0 in Alexandria. Well, that would be enough for Benin to qualify in second place. It would mean that Tunisia would go through as one of the best third-place teams, and Zambia would be heading home. Heading out on goal difference because of their 2-0 defeat against Gambia on Friday. Long way to go. Not even midway through the first half here at the Cairo International Stadium. There are some Zambian fans here, pleased to say. Doing their best to make themselves heard inside this cavernous venue. Shaim El Jebali to deliver the corner kick, and Jiban Tembo was posted missing. Zambia get it away, and a chance here for the junior Chipolo Polo to hit on the break. Julius Kumwenda running forward and brought down by Mohamed Dawi, who's going to get the first booking of the evening. Just to make contact with the ball there, but it was a crunching challenge. And, I think it's fair to say he played Kumwenda first. Well, let's see what Zambia can do from the free kick then. Julius Kumwenda has dusted himself down. He's standing over it, but Peter Chikola is there as well. Can they make Raed Gaze work here? Chikola leaves it for Kumwenda. Plays it inside. It was not the best ball to give to Chulu. Kumwenda. Chikola's cross. And headed behind by the captain, Mohamed Amin Keshish. L'Étoile Sportive du Sahel. Well, from one end to the other, pretty quickly. It's a Zambian corner now. Zambian player in there. It's eventually Gifting Pandey who touches it behind. Chizimbewe watching on. Anyway, who comes with bags of experience. He was in charge of the Zambian team that won the Kosovo title at under 20 level last year. Also credited for leading Red Arrows to the league title last season in Zambia. He still does that job. He's currently, of course, Nasraoui. Still done by Nasraoui. To the near side here for Mohamed Dawi of Al Ahly. Went for glory there. It's a shot on goal, I think. It might be kept in on the far side. This by El Jebali, or is it? And Dawi, big money signing for Al Ahly. What he talked about was $1.3 million. It's a lot of money to invest in a young starlet. These Tunisian players all born in 2003 or 2004. One or two even younger players who are taking part in this competition with other teams. Chibango in the air by Ande. Top by Keshish. Sends it forward. It's helped on by Shaib Jebali. So Jiban Temple just scrambling that ball back into his area to be able to pick it up. Long ball forward collected by Dawi. Wahabi touching it on. And Wahabi just sitting in that Tunisian midfield. Mehri and Bali either side of him. It's the situation in the group. It remains. Benin set to go through in second place. Tunisia in third. And Zambia heading out. And if it does stay that way, a reminder of who will play who. But you know what Gambia will be doing as the group winners. They'll play South Sudan in the quarterfinals. Positions still up for grabs. Group C runners-up, of course, to be Benin. They will play Congo in the quarter-finals, and English in third place will have a daunting job against Senegal. They look very impressive thus far, with Senegal topping Group A with 3 wins out of 3, with no goals conceded. Say then to take the free kick. Ball forward, helped on by Gaib Wahabi. That's going to be the Zambian free kick for climbing on Kingston Mutandwa by Ali Saudi. By Boulaya, a bit of pressure back by Nasraoui from Tunisia. Jebali, he's got Jibril Otman making the run ahead of him. Otman maybe could do with some support here. The angle is very tight for Otman. He's won his team the corner. Terrific running from the young striker. Born in Saint-Etienne in France and recently made his first team debut for them after the famous old club were relegated to the second division in France at the end of last season, and currently down towards the bottom end of Ligue 2 as well, albeit they've pulled themselves clear of the relegation zone in recent weeks. Another Tunisian corner. Shaib El Jebali to take it once the Somalian referee has finished giving a warning here to Mutandwa. Always got to be careful as a defender and a corner in the penalty box. The referee will be looking out for any shot pulling and pushing and shoving. This will be another corner. The pressure of this game at the Cairo International Stadium. Corner played short this time. Jabali's ball in, it's a good one. Return across the face of goal and headed in by Jibril Otman. Tunisia take the lead. A trading grab move, which brings the breakthrough. And Tunisia at long last get their first goal. And this year's Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations here in Egypt. She might well be pointing towards the quarter-finals because that is where Tunisia are heading. The corner played short, the ball to the back post by El Jabali, Hamid Wild El Bali, with the presence of mind to return it across the face of goal, taking Jiban Tembo out of the game. And Jibril Otman, the young striker, sniffing around in the goal mouth. He knew where to be. Cleverly done. Tunisia will feel deserve that big celebrations on the bench. They lead by a goal to nil, and as it stands, they are heading through in second place, and Zambia are heading out. 2021 in Mauritania, beating Uganda in the final. They're not here in Egypt this time. Shahin El Jebali. Cross in from the left by Masraoui, looking for Jibril Othman in the middle. Chikola as well to open up the play for Iman Chulu, but Chulu's going to struggle to keep that in play. The ball racing along the ground. Zimbabwe's team on the back foot again here. And Hamadawi just overran that somewhat. Of course, a lot of these players are very gifted, but in many cases still very raw. A lot of the Tunisian team are playing regularly in the Tunisian top flight, which is one of the strongest of the continent, of course. Esperance. These players belong to Esperance of Tunis, flying high in the Champions League group, 3 wins out of 3 after they beat Zamalek over the weekend. El Jebali gives it to Derbali. Derbali, did he overrun that? Stayed in play. Zambia have it back again. Nicely done by Masraoui. Ball sent forward looking for Othman. This is Mohamed Dawi. Kashish returning it to Rayed Gazé. Pandey now with Matthews Banta. All down the line from Mutandwa to chase. Dragging Ali Saudi out of position, winning the free kick for his team as Zambia look for the equalising goal. Before half time, it's still 0-0 in the other game. Adel Salimi's side desperate to hold on to their advantage heading into the break here. Kuwenda leaves this for Chikola. It's too high, the free kick. It's a real disappointment. They've sent the big men forward from the back to attack that, including Gifting Pandey, and it all comes to nothing. View from behind the goal in the Cairo International Stadium, Egypt, which of course was the host of the Senior Cup of Nations in 2019. And Algeria triumphed against Senegal in the final. Well, Senegal are among the contenders at the Under-20 Cup of Nations here. After cruising through their group, they've got a good track record in this competition in recent times. Kosha. Then Mutandwa, I think, might be offside. He is. Flag coming up on the far side. Frustration for GC Mbewe. downfield then by Jeban Tembo. Free kick quickly. Chikola. It's good play from Chikola. The tackle from Ryan Nasraoui to concede the throw. They need a bit of extra spark, the Zambian team, you sense. Ball comes into the box, headed away by Ali Saudi. Zambia finishing the half on top here. Away by the captain, Keshish. It's a dangerous throw in field, putting Impande under pressure. Tunisia leading 1-0 thanks to that Jibril Othman goal just after the half-hour mark in Cairo this evening. Nasraoui. Terbali has to come back the way to Wahabi. He's challenged in there, and this might be a chance again for Zambia to come forward quickly on the counter-attack. Oh, now then, I'm looking to play it early as Tembo came out to meet him. Maybe a bit more composure. He could have tried to go around the goalkeeper, Jibril Othman. Pass played through by Dowie. Angle would have been tight, but might have had a better chance of scoring if he just tried to take it around the keeper. It's a let-off for Zambia, though. Second goal for Tunisia now would be a hammer blow to their chances for the young Chipolo Polo. Zambian fans are here this evening, cheering their team on. Now then, a shot from Mutanwa. Well, that was well struck. It was just past the far post. It certainly had Gaze scrambling a bit. Emonchulu's pass inside it was to set up the chance for a shot on goal. And Zambia tipped off target. Gaze's not had too much to do in this first half. It's just about the best chance we've seen from the 2017 winners. Into the final minute of the first 45 here in Cairo. Tunisia's first goal here at this year's Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations is what has them in front. The high boot has been penalised by Banda. Shane El-Jebali suggesting, I think, to the referee that perhaps a card could have been shown. Well, it is a high boot, but too much damage done, I don't think. 2 minutes of added time then at the end of the first half here. We're into those now. Forward by Derbali. Dominic Kanda. Ball out to the far side here for Chikola to chase. Is he going to keep it in? No. It's a chance again for Kingston Mutandwa, brought into the team this evening. Referred to Rickson and Gambi up front. Gambi is the only Zambian player to have scored here in Egypt. He got the equaliser in the draw against Benin on match day 1. That earned him a starting berth in the last game against Gambia, but he's been dropped again now. Well, lovely touch on. Maybe this is the chance for the leveller. Chikola's effort blocked and the follow-up is wide. Zambia could have drawn level right at the end of the first half here. There was a touch on from Bulaya. Came back to Mutandwa in the end. Could have, with a cool head, just given that to Derek Bulaya, but he went for goal himself, understandably. There is plenty of reason still for Zambia to believe they can turn this around in the second half, but Tunisia are going to head into the break with the advantage. Thanks to Jibril Otman's goal. There is the half-time whistle. Tunisia's first goal at the competition has them on course for qualification as it stands in second place in the group, because it remains 0-0 in the other game in Alexandria between Gambia and Benin. But regardless of that, Tunisia know that a win here tonight will take them through. It will eliminate Zambia, and we're on course for that at the moment. Tunisia 1, Zambia 0 is the half-time score here. Well, look at the first half statistics. Tunisia with more of the possession, nearly 55% of the ball, more attempts on goal too, 7-5. Just one attempt on target, that brought the goal. One attempt on target early on for Zambia, an easy enough save for Ryan Gaze. And one yellow card, that came for a Tunisian player, from Mohamed Dawi. Carthage Eagles in the lead here. And in a moment, we'll take a look back at the first half highlights. Yes, match day 3 then in Group C, and decision time for Tunisia and Zambia. Likelihood being that one of these teams will be eliminated at the end of the day. The winner heading through to the quarterfinals. Tunisia have been the more dangerous team. Ryan Nasraoui have back forward with that attempt on goal, which sailed over. Zambia had a spell where they were beginning to look dangerous. That shot was deflected wide for a corner. And then Derek Bulaya playing that ball out to Mukosha on the right-hand side. It could have been a big chance for Zambia with a better pass. In the end, Mukosha played it into the middle, and Gaze scrambled it away. That's been about it for the young Copper Bullets in terms of really creating chances. Ball in there from Chikola was dealt with by the Tunisian defence. It's been much better from Tunisia this evening after they struggled in their opening 2 games, didn't manage to score a goal in either of them. They got the breakthrough just past the half-hour mark. The ball in from the left by Ryan Nasraoui. And the header wide there from Jibril Otman. And then soon after came the goal. The corner played short, the cross to the far post by El Jebali. Derbali returned it across the face of goal, and the young Saint-Etienne striker Jibril Otman there to turn it in the right place at the right time, like any good striker. That was 1-0 to Tunisia at last, a goal for them to celebrate here. And Zambia have not done enough to get back on level terms. Could even have been a second goal for Otman and Tunisia. Just didn't keep a cool head there after being played in by Mohamed Dawi. And there we have it. Half-time whistle going. It's 1-0 at the break to Tunisia.
Maret ini, pantau aksi olahraga terbaik di sini, di Bein Sports. Napoli sudah membara sejak awal musim. Tapi mampukah Inter dan Lazio padamkan bara itu? Pantau seluruh aksinya di Serie A. Rivalitas panas, sepak bola indah, gol menawan. El Clasico is back. Nantikan sajian menggiurkannya di La Liga. Tekanan memuncak. Akankah Messi tetap ada di puncak? Cari tahu di Liga. Dalam sejarah 152 tahunnya, menang tak pernah jadi jaminan. Bersiap untuk semua kejutan di FA Cup. Tikungan sempit, kecepatan meledak-ledak, dan terobosan teknologi. Pantau seluruh keseruan dan ketegangan musim baru F1. Semuanya dan banyak lagi Maret ini hanya di Bein Sports dan Bein Sports Connect. Kalau kamu fans Red Devil, tak ada tempat terbaik selain MUTV di Bein Sports.
Nothing gets bigger than this.
Jadilah yang pertama tahu semua yang baru, sajian penuh aksi, juga nikmati konten eksklusif di balik layar. Incredible! Film-film orisinilnya, tim wanita United, laga-laga akademinya, dan pertandingan ikonik. Bikin dekat, makin dekat. Tonton MUTV di Bein Sports. Masuki dunia La Liga. Persaingan para pemenang.
He takes the chance brilliantly.
Hingga perebutan gelar juara.
The greatest player in the history of world football.
Mengupas habis legenda, pemain, dan manajer dari sisi lain yang belum pernah ada sebelumnya.
It's one of the best leagues in the world.
Now, as we all know it, Zambia is playing in the Under 20 AFCON 2023, which is a team that Zambia was playing against Tunisia. Zambia played against the Gambia, where they were beat. Now, this team specifically again, this game against Tunisia is actually a decider match, which is going to decide if Zambia is going to come back or not. We've seen Tunisia play with them scoring in the first half at exactly 31 minutes. What is your take on that?
Not totally same with one
line up on Thursday, the first quarterfinals. Senegal will play a team that finishes in third place in this group. As it stands, that's going to be Benin. That'll be here in Cairo. And the other match will see the runners-up in this group play Congo. And that, as it stands, is going to be Tunisia. So there is a possibility that Tunisia could play one of their group rivals, for example, in the semi-finals. Have both them won their quarter-final, but Senegal looking very strong at the moment. Another half of the draw, Gambia, South Sudan on Friday in Alexandria, and Uganda playing Nigeria here in Cairo. The winners of those two ties will advance to meet each other in the semi-finals. The semi-finals will both be played on the 7th of March. That is a week tomorrow. Final being played here in Cairo on Saturday, the 11th of March. And the challenge by Chipango. It's a free kick to Tunisia. Ahmed Dawi, the player, caught. Not too much doubt about that one. Well, a second goal now for Tunisia would be disastrous, really, for Zambia. Leave them with a veritable mountain to climb to salvage their campaign. Free kick flighted in and eventually cleared by the Zambian defence. That's the situation as it stands. Still 0-0 in the other game. Gambia, we knew, had topped the group. Tunisia currently set to advance in second place. Benin in third with 3 draws from 3 games. And Zambia will be heading out with just 1 point after drawing their opening game against Benin. They are on course to suffer a second consecutive defeat here, the Zambians. Terrific running from Dawi. What about this from the Tunisian winger? Eventually loses out to Onesimus Chipango. Kanda touched on Julius Kumwenda. Challenge on him is a good one. Away by Chipango again. One for Mutandwa to chase. Kingston Mutandwa up against the Tunisian captain Keshish. It's collected by El Jabali. And with Ryan Nazraoui. Plays it forward, but Ekri was not really expecting that. Kiftin Pandey set off on a run forward from the back. He's going to have to get back into position here now. Shain El Jabali again. He's looking for Otman. It's collected by Guy Touabi of Esperance. Out to the far side here. Hamid Dawi, the run from Mahmoud Gorbel. Held that ball up towards the penalty spot, but there was no red shirt there. Back with Mukosha now for Zambia. Zambian players all based at home following the withdrawal of Peter Chikola at the break. Chikola has been playing in Europe for a while, recently made a move to the Spanish club Cadiz. As we see the Zambian fans who are here this evening in Cairo, Chizi and Mbewe's team have the backing. Can they get the result they need to keep their hopes alive at this year's Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations? There is a Tunisian player down.
I just be able to live there. They have to leave there.
Well, problem. Clearly a muscle issue for Malik Mekri, another Esperance player. And Tunisia are preparing to change. Yassine Dridi is going to come on here. Malik Mekri being helped away on the stretcher. Looks like it's the thigh, just above the knee, right knee. That was the problem for Malik Mekri. He's not going to continue. And confirmation of the change. Yassine Dridi, it'll be a straight swap in the midfield. 19-year-old Dridi, who plays for another of Tunisia's leading teams, Club Africain. It's been pretty much a regular for them in the league and in the CAF Confederation Cup this season. Have certainly got strength in depth at this level, that's for sure, the Tunisian team. Remember the hashtag to follow all the action. Total Energies AFCON U20. Keep up to date with everything happening here in Egypt as we come to the end of the group phase. Ryan Nasraoui for Tunisia, collected by Matthews Banta. That's going to be a goal kick, according to the assistant referee. Good running from Banda, his club at Cathway Celtic, well-known club in Zambia, relegated from the top flight at the end of last season. Well, they are enjoying themselves, the Zambian fans who are here. Just gone 8 in the evening and it's cool. Temperature's around 13 degrees at the moment. It's been very warm during the day. Long throw from Bandos, helped on by Wabi. Not quite what he was aiming to do. Bandos return ball, sails behind for the goal kick. Well, Tunisia would love to get the second goal to ease the nerves somewhat. Tunisia's track record in this competition is not brilliant by any means. Famed really for the underachievers, you would say. The Senior African Cup of Nations, they've only won that competition once. That was as the hosts in 2004. It's worth noting that the best performance at an AFCON since then came in Egypt here 4 years ago when they finished in 4th place. 4th place here at this competition would be not bad because it would secure them a berth at the Under-20 World Cup later in the year, remember. They weren't runners-up in this competition back in 1985 when they were beaten in the final by Nigeria, but they went more than 30 years without appearing at the tournament at all before qualifying for the last one in Mauritania 2 years ago. Even then, they did finish in 4th place, losing the 3rd place left on penalties to Gambia, but despite going all the way to the semi-finals, they actually won just one of their 6 matches. That was against Namibia in the group stage. They squeaked through from their group in 3rd place. They won their quarter-final on penalties. Then they lost heavily to Uganda in the semi-finals before that defeat on penalties to Gambia in the 3rd place playoff. But at least they featured to the end, and they want to get back there again. Some of the members of the squad here were involved in Mauritania last time out. Plenty of them have been getting good experience playing for their clubs in the Tunisian top flight. Jibril Otman recently made his senior debut for Saint-Etienne in the French second tier. It's his goal that has Tunisia on course for the victory here and for a place in the quarterfinals as it stands. But Zambia getting ready to make a couple of substitutions. Oh, lovely turn, and the shot into the net from Kingston Mutandwa. It's 1-1. Zambia back on level terms. Really a goal that came from nowhere, but an emphatic finish. And a goal that may just rescue Zambia's campaign here. The long throw brought down on the thigh. Brilliant second touch by Kingston Mutandwa. And a terrific finish. Look at that turn away from Keshish, the Tunisian skipper. And a great strike to beat Raed Gazet at his near post. Mutandwa brought into the team this evening with a fantastic finish to equalise for Zambia. That's what it meant to the coaching staff. It's revived their hopes of qualifying. The goal coming just before the hour mark, just as Zambia were preparing a double change. Oh, they shot at the other end, and Tunisia are back in front. Almost immediately for the restart. Absolutely remarkable, this. Well, if it was an emphatic finish from Mutandwa to bring Zambia level, that's an even better one. Well, it's often said that teams are most vulnerable to conceding a goal just after they've scored. Maybe the concentration levels had dipped. It was Otman's ball across the penalty box, which was misjudged by the defender. And what an absolutely tremendous hit from Mohamed Dawi, the Al Ahly winger, with a stunning strike on his left foot, high into the net, too powerful for Jiban Tembo in the Zambian goal. And Zambia have it all to do again. And now Zambia do make the changes. Mukosha is coming off here. Ian Sindai is on, and Julius Kumwenda being replaced by Lasman Piri. And we're going to see Lombe Mutale coming on as well. So a triple substitution for Zambia in response to falling 2-1 down. Well, Lombe Mutale started in the last game against Gambia. He is going to replace the left back, Imon Chulu of Nkana. Well, let's see if Lombe Mutale moves across to the left back position. Chulu, who was undone at the second goal, disappointing way for his evening to end and possibly his tournament to end as well. Kingston Mutandwa's equaliser timed on 58 minutes. Mohamed Dawi's goal to put Tunisia back in front timed on 59. Confirmation then of the changes. Imon Chulu replaced by Lombe Mutale. Lasman Piri on for Julius Kumwenda. Tunisia nearly in again, the offside flag up though. Remember the third change, Sindai coming on from Mukosha. Was just in an offside position when that ball was played. Kaze comes to collect. Well, Zambia were back level for barely a minute. That's how it stands. Back to where we were a few moments ago. Tunisia set to advance in second place, Benin in third. Derek Boulaya taking a knock there. Well, play stopped at the moment. The Zambian fans continuing to make themselves heard, but gone through all the emotions in the last few minutes. That was Tunisian goalkeeper crashing into his teammate Ryan Nazraoui. Tunisia preparing to make changes themselves. Helped on by Derbali. Shamil Jamali put in a good shift tonight, but the youngster who plays for the Olympique Lyonnais reserve team in France, who won the National Youth Cup with them last year, was a big achievement. And then promptly signed professional terms for the first time. A former France under-16 international who has opted now for Tunisia. He is replaced by the number 7, Mohamed Aziz Abid, another Espérance prospect. And Jibril Otman, who got the opening goal for Tunisia, makes way for Youssef Snana of Club Africain. That will be a straight swap up front. Fresh legs as Tunisia looked hit on the counter-attack. Confirmation of that third Zambia change a few moments ago. Emmanuel Chibali Bukosha replaced by Ian Sindai. Aziz Abid going across there to take this for Tunisia. Can they get a third goal? It might end Zambia's hopes once and for all. Aziz Abid has played in the Champions League this season for Espérance. High ball. Helped on its way by Mpande, but it comes back now. All in from Dowie. Adel Salimi's team heading for the quarterfinals after such an unconvincing start to their campaign. They've looked much more dangerous in attack this evening. Kanda with the pass to Mpande. Long ball forward. Watched all the way by Ali Saudi. Sindai, the substitute, picked up now by Matthews Banda. Stayed on the right-hand side, and Lumbe Mutale has gone straight across to the left. Zambian corner then. It's been a whirlwind few minutes here. A raft of changes following the goals at either end. Can Zambia equalise for a second time? Will Chizi Mbewe be heading home to pick up the reins again at Red Arrows? Corner comes in, it's missed by the goalkeeper, and that was a chance for Zambia. Kingston Mutandwa was caught underneath that ball. He's busy grappling with Mahmoud Gorbel. I don't think he was expecting Gaze to completely flap at that ball entirely. The Tunisian keeper got away with it. Now then, here comes Nasraoui. Watched all the way by Sindai. Nasraoui again. So Tunisia 2, Zambia 1. Jibril Othman's goal separated the teams at the break. Kingston Mutandwa equalising for Zambia in the 58th minute, but within 60 seconds of that, a magnificent strike by Mohamed Dawi restored Tunisia's lead, and it's a contender for a goal of the tournament so far, I think you might be able to say. Kanda is down here, might require some treatment. It's a Tunisian player down as well. There we have it then. Tunisia still on course to take second place. Benin set to go through in third. Zambia heading out as the shot sails over the bar. Past the midway point in the second half then. Long throw from Matthews Banta. And is collected by Ryan Kaze that time. I think you can hear a shot from a long way away. Tunisia hoping to head through. By the way, there's already been talk of clubs in Tunisia asking for matches scheduled for this week to be postponed because they're missing players who are at this tournament. Chizi Mbewe, of course, missing out on games with Red Arrows because of his involvement here with Zambia, but Zambia's involvement might be coming to an end pretty soon. At this rate, anyway, Zambian team, remember, missing one of their key players. I think it's fair to say Joseph Sabobo Banda of Red Arrows had to pull out injured. There's been talk of him being invited for trials by Barcelona. That's what the press talking back in Zambia. Gives you an idea of how highly rated he is, but he's not here. Zambia, maybe not at full strength. The performances have been underwhelming thus far. And it looks like the 2017 winners are heading out. Aziz Abid has overrun that ball. Del Selimi, who represented Tunisia at the World Cup in 1998, again in South Korea and Japan in 2002. He captained them there, and gives you an idea of the experience he has and the respect that he must command from these young Tunisian prospects. And fans in Tunisia will be keeping an eye on the next generation of players coming through as they look to feature prominently on the international stage. They've done well, of course, at recent World Cups. Tunisia just getting there. 5 of the last 7 they've been to. Haven't been able to get beyond the group stage in any of them. They did, of course, claim a really famous victory against France in Qatar at the end of last year, but it wasn't enough to advance from their group. France went on to reach the final, of course, and lost that epic encounter against Lionel Messi's Argentina in Doha. So Matthews Banda then to take the throw. Header away by Gaitwabi. Giftim Pandey covering. This is Sindai. Excellent challenge on him. Clean one as well. And the ball played forward. It's a mix-up between defender and goalkeeper. Dowie will look to take advantage of this. Well, I think Zambia have recovered now, but goodness me, Jeban Tembo not looking too reassuring as he came out of his penalty box to try to deal with that ball. Masman Piri linking up with Mbuti, the two substitutes. Piri into the middle, away by Nasraoui, and collected now by Dridi. Plenty of substitutions have been made. Gorbel forward. Brilliant goal, wasn't it, from Mohamed Dowie? It was picked up recently by Al Ahly. Brought in from Étoile Sportive du Sahel. A 4.5-year deal because he'd been in fine form in the Tunisian league at the beginning of this season. 4 goals in 6 games. There is an issue here. Well, I think Dowie maybe feeling a little bit faint. He's asking for the change to be made. Well, that is concerning. The referee signalling that he's stopping his watch as the ball played through. Dowie running onto it. Mix up between Chipango and Jeban Tembo. Neither player made contact with the ball, and it was a let-off for Zambia. And we look back again at the Zambia equalising goal. Brilliantly done by Kingston Mutandwa. So unlucky for him that his team were back on level terms for barely a minute. Back it went down to the other end. Jibril Otman with the ball across the penalty box. Horribly misjudged by Imon Chulu. And look at the way in which Dowie fired that into the roof of the net. A brilliant strike to make it 2-1 to Tunisia. As it stands, they are going to be heading through. It's a bit of a problem here for Dowie. At the moment, they are down to 10 men. And Zambia coming forward, looking to take advantage. Here's Mutandwa again. Difficult angle for him to get the shot in. Derbali. Gifting Pandey out to Matthews Band up on the near side here. Tandwa's ball into the box. Nodded down by Mbuti, and now it's with Mombe Mutale on the far side. Zambian substitutes looking to influence the game here. Masman Piri. Piri asking a lot of Boulaya, and Gazé comes out to make the save. Tunisia edging towards the quarterfinals and doing so, set to finish in second place here. Benin drawing. Benin win against Gambia. They'll finish in second place behind Gambia, and Tunisia would have to settle for third place in the group. Tunisia waiting to see whether they'll play Congo if they finish in second, or Senegal if they finish in third. They'd probably rather be playing Congo, given Senegal's form. Congo admittedly only missed out on top spot in Group B at the end of a drawing of lots last night. Uganda coming out on top. Uganda have a tough one against the Group A runners-up Nigeria in the last 8. Thursday and Friday for the quarterfinals. And Gaze with the long kick for Tunisia. Turned by Derbali. Chipango. Sindai with the touch out to the far side for Lombe Butale. This is Kanda, the captain. Attempted ball in from Matthews Banda, the block from Aziz Abid. Tunisia leading 2-1. Gambia and Benin drawing 0-0 in the other game. Gambia yet to concede a goal. Tunisia hadn't scored a goal in their first 2 games until tonight. Tunisia then getting ready to make another couple of changes here. More fresh legs going to come on for them. A card being shown to one of the Tunisian coaches. Defensive reinforcements being introduced here. So Ryan Nazraoui of the French second-tier club Nîmes, he is going to make way. And it's Fraj Ben Njima who's going to come on here. He started the last game, just replaced by Nazraoui this evening. That will be a straight swap, I think. Ben Njima is a fullback with Étoile Sportive du Sahel. And Mohamed Dawi was on course to be the match winner. You see, coming off, Zinedine Sassi is going to come on. That's a central defender who's going to be introduced here, not just yet. Blondawi was asking for the change to be made a good few minutes ago. He comes off and it's Zinedine Sassi, Esperance central defender, used to be on the books at the French second-tier club Guingamp. He enters the fray, and Tunisia are going to change their setup for the closing 11 minutes plus stoppage time. It's a long throw from Matthews Banda. We saw what happened the last long throw from that side. Played into the middle, an awkward one for the goalkeeper. Wahabi gets it away. And then Aziz Abid on the break. Hasn't got too much support here. Chipango does well. That's the state of play in Group C. Still 0-0 in the other game. Tunisia still on course to finish second. Zambia heading out. Chance here maybe. Bulaya's shot. Not far away. On the turn, just, well, maybe half a metre beyond the post. This was the overhead attempt from Derek Boulaya, which had Gaze worried, I think it's fair to say. Here comes Zambia again. Good running from Mbuti, watched all the way by Gait Wahabi. There is Zinedine Sassi. Come on to bolster that defence for the closing stages here. Tunisia look to see this out. They are in a very good position, the Tunisians. have the lead. And even if Zambia draw level, Tunisia would still be heading through. Yellow card shown to Ryan Gaze for time wasting. Well, the challenge by Lombe Mutale has been penalised for certainly caught Tunisian substitute there, Youssef Snana. Collected by Chipango. Kept in play by Mutale. Now then, here comes Mbuti. He's got Mutandwa ahead of him. Get past the three centre-backs now. Sassi having joined Keshish and Saudi in the middle. And the free kick's been given. A challenge on Derbali. Another foul on Youssef Snana. So it's a Tunisian free kick. Snana has taken a couple of hefty knocks in the last few moments. He heads up into the penalty box. Derbali's there as well. Can they get the third goal that would finish off this contest? It remains 0-0 in the other game. Won by the Zambian head. Now then, offside flag comes up against Lasman Piri. There is tension here. The skin could still swing back Zambia's way. Zambia looking like they might be struggling even if they get a point here. Zambia will be through with a win. Draw might not be enough. Looking for Benin to slip up. Red Gaze gets it away. Header won by Wahabi. 3D. 3D is caught by Sindai. It's been a very tight group anyway, of course. Tunisia losing 1-0 to Gambia. Drawing 0-0 with Benin. Zambia drawing 1-1 with Benin. And then losing 2-0 to Gambia. That's what's going to cost them that late penalty they conceded in that game. Saw them slip to the bottom of the group on goal difference heading into these final matches. Aziz Abid trying to play that to the near side for French Benenjima. It was a Tunisian throw. Benenjima to take it. Back away from Matthews Banda, cleared by Jeban Tembo. Mohamed Dawi's brilliant goal. Set to be the winner for Tunisia here. It's been very stop-start in the last few moments. Nana is penalised now. The long ball, watched all the way by Benenjima, will run behind for the goal kick. Tunisia and Zambia met senior level in qualifying for last year's World Cup in the second round when Tunisia topped their section. They won 2-0 away to Zambia in Dola, and then beat them 3-1 at home in Tunis behind closed doors, of course, the height of the pandemic restrictions in late 2021. Disappointing campaign for the Zambians, who finished in third place behind Equatorial Guinea as well. Senior national team who, of course, had that tremendous AFCON triumph under Hervé Renard in 2012. The women's team are heading to the World Cup later this year in Australia and New Zealand. That's a remarkable achievement for them. Because they finished third at the AFCON in Morocco last year, but the men have not been too prominent in recent AFCONs. Haven't been to any of the last three tournaments. And now the under-20 side looking set for an early exit here in Egypt. Time running out for them. Been entertaining in bursts this evening, and certainly that dramatic few minutes just coming up to the hour mark when Zambia equalised and Tunisia immediately hit back at the other end. Another long throw then from Matthews Banta. And again, off he goes. Aziz Abid looking for a pass on the near side, and Delbali couldn't get to it. Hearing news that Gambia have scored a late goal in the other game against Benin, which means Gambia will move on to 9 points, 3 wins out of 3 yet to concede. Doesn't really change anything else because Tunisia just comforts their second position. Benin are still heading through in third place as it stands, unless Zambia can do something in the next few moments. We've had the 90 minutes nearly now. They just set us up for an interesting final few minutes here. We're into 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. All the substitutions playing their part in that. If Zambia get a draw, they would join Benin on 2 points and Tunisia. And we'd have a mini league between them to decide who would advance. Come down to head-to-head goal difference between the three. Remember, Zambia drew 1-1 with Benin. And Benin drew 0-0 with Tunisia. It would be very, very, very tight between these teams, but that's all hypothetical. It depends on Zambia getting a goal. Then we would have the 3 teams level on 2 points. In terms of pure goal difference, though, overall, at the moment, Benin and Tunisia on the Benin rather on the -1, Zambia on -2. Tunisia heading for the victory anyway, so it's all academic. Challenge on Mahmoud Gorbel. It's a painful one. They followed through by Lombe Mutale. The other game is into stoppage time as well. It's about 90 seconds behind this one. As it stands, Tunisia heading for a quarter-final against Congo. And Benin set to play Senegal. Those matches on Thursday. Friday, we know it's going to be Gambia against South Sudan in Alexandria. Gambia looking really good. They'll be staying where they played all their group games. You'd fancy them to come through that one. And the final last 8 tie will be Uganda against Nigeria here. See that offside call, a very, very tight one indeed against Kingston Mutandwa, whose goal fleetingly brought Zambia back on level terms. And there's the challenge on Aziz Abid. The free kick's been given. And all this is keeping the ball away from the Tunisia penalty box. It's where Zambia need to be at the moment, as they look to grab a second equalising goal this evening. Sindai out to the far side. Just 90 seconds of stoppage time left now for Zambia. There needs to be more urgency here. Tunisia just looking too solid at the back with the 3 centre-halves, and with Gaid Wahabi sitting just in front of them. Derbali as well, ready to do some of the dirty work. The challenge on Sassi is going to earn a yellow card from Mutandwa. Quick turnaround, of course, for the Tunisian players back in action on Thursday afternoon. Remember, if you win your quarter-final, you'll be at the Under-20 World Cup. That's guaranteed. The semi-finalists will all be there the 20th of May in Indonesia. The last Under-20 World Cup was called off because of the pandemic. You have to go back to 2019 in Poland, and Ukraine were the winners. Well, these Zambian fans enjoying themselves this evening, out supporting the Junior Chipolo Polo, but doesn't look like their team are going to be heading through. Sassi being held back to his feet here. We have played the full allotted 5 stoppage time minutes. And Tunisia, after losing to Gambia in their opening game, well, they've discovered there's no disgrace in that. Gambia set for a full house of 3 wins out of 3 clean sheets. Tunisia played out a rather stale 0-0 draw with Benin in their last game, but a bit of quality in the final third from them this evening. That's going to get them the victory here against Zambia. Just seconds left now. Ball played long downfield. Free against Yassine Dridi. Zambia have to take this really quickly. It's now or never. The pass needed to be better than that. Tunisia can hold on to it here. Aziz Abid. Slack in midfield from Dridi, but Tunisia have it back again. I think they're running on empty now, these Tunisian players. They've just about got the job done. Mohamed Dawi with that superb goal. Dridi knocks it back the way. Gorbel to Gait Wabi. The referee just letting the seconds tick down. Another match is over. Gambia have beaten Benin, and it is over here in Cairo. Tunisia have beaten Zambia by 2-1, and Tunisia have recovered from losing their opening game here in Egypt. They didn't score in either of their first 2 matches, but they found a bit of quality tonight. Jibril Othman and Mohamed Dawi scoring. Either side of Kingston Mutand was equaliser, and Tunisia head through to the quarter-finals as runners-up in Group C. Zambia are eliminated. Desperate disappointment for them. The 2017 winners of this competition